Theater of the Mind Flip.
Welcome to Theater of the Mind Flayer, a D&D play podcast set in the homebrewed world of Jekyll. We've got 2 DMs for some reason, which can only mean twice the fun. So sit back, relax, and enjoy your time at
Theater of the Mind Flip.
We're doing admin while we're recording this episode.
I got in a car crash last night. Leave me alone.
Luke got in a car crash. I've got a nappy rash. I'm Jacob Machin. We don't have Caleb Dowdall, but we're here with the usual suspects. We're here with Danielle Butlin.
Shit Creek without a paddle.
I need a pen.
You need a pen?
Yeah.
Okay, go grab yourself a pen. Yeah, there's no pen near me.
I got a pen right here. You can have my pen.
We're here with Luke
I don't
Sykes.
take notes, but just
What
in
rhymes
case.
with Sykes?
put it in
Nope,
between.
can't say that
Yep.
word.
Okay, we know what you were going to say. Beautiful. Someone who rides bikes, Michael.
I do ride a bike. Yes, rode my bike here today.
I don't like riding in the morning. First thing in the morning.
Really?
Yeah.
Doesn't make you up?
My knees were just like...
I think it's just age. I don't think that's going to change morning, noon, or night. I think it's just the fact that you're old now.
Old now.
Sad truth.
And someone who's still a baby, Hercules Mays.
I'm not even 24 yet.
There you go.
Throw up in my mouth. Gross.
I turned 24 in 2 weeks.
There you go.
Gross.
2 weeks.
24 in 2 weeks.
Michael, would you rather be one of those people with the hand bikes?
What's the
But they
alternative?
they sit very low.
The green machines where they're like all the way back.
No, definitely not.
No?
Definitely not. The other day though, I was those electric bikes? Like
Yeah.
There's like pretty expensive, minimum $1,000.
Yeah.
On Granville Island, there's a bike rack, and then there were 2 poles next to the bike rack, but the poles like come up to like
What were their
this
names?
height.
I was right there with you.
I saw you look. And this electric bike was wrapped around one of the poles, was like tied up to the pole. But
Right.
we were literally, me and my friend were talking, and we're like, that bike is attached to a pole that has that
Yeah.
just ends.
You just
so
go-
we literally lifted it up, rode around the island on this electric bike, and we should probably put this back.
Wait. You actually you
someone's
took
bike.
it.
We didn't steal it. We put it back. We borrowed.
You
The
borrowed
point is,
it.
we could have. They needed to learn.
You temporarily stole it.
You gaslit
Sorry.
somebody. You were like, your bike is stolen. No, it's not. Yeah, we were sitting there and we were
Imagine
like,
reporting it to the police. They'd like
And then the
go
police
back.
show up and it's there.
Arrested for wasting police time.
Yeah. Felt kind of good though to take it and then you'd be like, no, you'd be like, this could be mine.
Is that you're
But I'm
going to
leave
be,
it.
if you're going to be a criminal, would that be a crime of choice?
Electric bike?
Stealing electric
No, a
bike.
thief.
A thief?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's your crime of choice?
Probably rob a bank.
Yeah, so stealing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's the crime I would
Like
I'd go down for.
one aggravated armed robbery, and then you're set for life.
Yeah. Like a big bank?
Yeah.
Not a small one.
No, big one.
Unless security.
Downtown.
Oh, fucking pull an Ocean's 11's heist on like a casino or something like that.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Why don't you just swindle old ladies?
Because I still have some morals.
The same thing.
Because then he'd just be a casino.
Hey. Someone
Very
want a second
true.
cup of coffee?
Very true.
It's decaf.
I think that brings us to this week's episode of Trivia
Wait,
Treats.
you didn't ask me what I would do.
That's going to be the trivia treat. We all have to guess what your crime
Okay.
is.
You don't know what mine is
Trivia
either.
treat.
Is that the trivia treat?
Yeah. That's going to be the trivia treat now.
Oh, it's
Steal.
We did a transition,
Treat,
right?
Steal your heart.
What do the three of us think their 2 favorite crimes would be?
I'm gonna say yours is
One of them has to be tax fraud, right? One of you.
Definitely not yours.
Mine is probably gonna be one that I do already because I think the law is so stupid.
Public masturbation.
Only once.
Public
jaywalking.
urination.
I fucking hate jaywalking. I think it's just a rule for
That's not-
idiots.
It's not.
It's a law.
It is a law, yeah.
It's kind of a law.
Has anyone ever?
Yes.
You got in a ticket
I've
for
seen people
jaywalking?
arrested in Montreal because they jaywalked and then tried to fight the
Montreal was
police.
like
Yeah,
the
but they're the
jaywalking
French.
capital of the
They're
world.
the French.
LA's definitely had jaywalkers.
I think it's stupid.
Just a serial jaywalker.
Yeah. If you're dumb enough to cross the road and get hit by a car, well,
Isn't there a...
You cross
natural
like
selection.
like 7 to 10 meters away from the lights from the actual crossing. Like there's a crossing.
Yeah,
and
I'm
you
gonna walk
just, like,
away from
Away
it.
from it.
Cross.
I thought you were going to say 7 to 10 lanes of traffic, like crossing a highway. What would Danielle's be?
I'm gonna say Oh, there's so many crimes.
Money laundering? No. That's a boring crime, I feel.
I think
Yeah, I
transporting invasive plants around the world.
Smuggling.
What?
Smuggling.
The smuggler.
That is like the
It's
opposite.
the Australian history. Let's just bring all the invasive species to Australia and
Duke it out.
Not anymore. You can't bring
And I
anything into
grew up in
Australia.
a wildlife refuge. That's all about
yeah, you're going to bring
like,
all that wildlife with you all the
to
time.
here. No. Oh my goodness. I'm so anti like
Herc, Michael?
invasive
Murder.
species. Wow.
There's got to be someone that
I'll start killing all the people who bring invasive like species.
So you're just going to be
into-
Poison Ivy. You're
Yeah.
just going to be that's who you, that's your villain ego is
Yeah.
Poison Ivy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Honestly, I kind of identify with her as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm Poison Ivy.
I mean, there's a lot of villains that are just like, they do have good points.
yeah, Mr. Freeze
Yeah.
just wanted to
Want to get his wife better.
Literally just wanted to save his wife.
Yeah.
and revert global warming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe a little too far,
But no.
By
But they
putting
made
it
us
on
rich
ice.
billionaire.
Rich kid that beats up
Beats
homeless
up low
people.
income. Yeah. Yeah.
Mr. Penguin was an orphan.
Mr. Penguin.
Not the penguin. Show him some respect.
Mr. Oswald.
Mr. Cobblefied. Oh, so sorry.
So what's your crime of passion?
To be honest, well, not a passion, but I'd probably love to develop really sweet hacker skills and then just like go and steal
I'm
like
a prince. I need money.
like
I am a Nigerian prince. Please send me money.
no, I'd love to. Like,
If you ever get an email from a Nigerian prince, it's Danielle.
Maybe send to the money.
Yeah. Yeah, could come in handy. What was it? Sorry? So hacking.
Rob like Bezos or something, you know?
Rob Bezos. Okay.
Like,
Good old
and
Robin
just like,
Hood over here.
but it would
I was
be
gonna say,
fun for the, like
Anonymous, I know
driving
you're
them
always
insane
listening on the internet.
because they'd be trying to get
You
it
guys
back,
have a
and you'd
chance to
just
do
be
something
like,
really fun.
you know?
I feel like you got to steal
like-
a lot
Sure.
of money from Jeff Bezos to make
Oh,
sure he
like
wants
a
it back.
lot. No, I feel
Give us like a few million.
I feel
He'd be
like,
like,
People who
He'd
have
be-
money are
yeah.
very aware of where their money is. They hate spending money because they also get given a lot of stuff for free.
oh my, that would steal like $20 and just like drive him absolutely nuts.
$20
Trying
just
to
steal
track
once
it
a week,
down.
just steal-
and
Steal
have him
someone's
like
remote and then sit outside their house and change channels.
have him like spend billions of dollars trying to track it down, trying to like find whoever the fuck like evaded the security systems in place.
I think it was Dane Cook that had a joke about breaking into someone's house. Like he wanted to break into someone's house, so like he did it. He got up in the way that Dane Cook tells it. He kicked the door in, and he said the second he kicked the door in, he was like, I just wanted to kick a door in. Then he kicked a cupboard door in and then ran. And he's like, imagine that person coming home and being like, we got robbed, and going around the house and nothing's missing. Yeah.
The door's kicked in.
Yeah.
I would assume they're still in the house. That's all I would assume.
Yeah. Check everything.
Yeah.
Just go in and like move something.
Yeah.
Slightly?
Yeah, shift something a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, this is quite the tasty treat.
like
This
rearrange
has been
their
this week's
living room.
episode of Trivia Treats.
I am full from that treat.
Jeff Bezos.
Satisfying.
Slimy yet
Satisfying.
I'm
So,
so upset they're doing a Mufasa movie.
yeah.
I watched the Disney releases like of all their 12 films,
Yeah.
and every single one of
Yeah.
them. Toy Story 5, what is that?
Yeah.
Like, come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Lilo and Stitch live action. I'm banning Disney. I'm boycotting it.
Just in your household.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a non-Disney
I mean, I have Disney
household.
Plus.
Cut that part.
Caleb, can you just bleep that out? I have Disney Plus, but
Whoever's listening.
yeah. So here we have an option. We can play an improv game, or I can tell the Cheerio joke.
Oh no! How long's this joke?
It takes a while.
This is the door. Yeah, I know this joke.
Well,
I'll leave it up to
I
you.
mean, yeah, do the joke, I guess.
Wow. Great.
I mean, you can't give us that choice and not.
Tell you what.
Okay.
Give us the first 2 lines, and then we'll see if we want to commit.
No. If I'm doing the first 2 lines, I'm doing the
Yeah,
whole
you
thing.
got to do the whole thing.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Here
there
we go.
There once was a Cheerio who wanted for all his life to be a golden honey coated Cheerio. He went to his boss and said, do you think this is possible? His boss said, if you work hard enough, if you know what's going on, don't say a word.
No, I don't know what's going on.
Okay,
but
good.
I'm tracking the story.
If you work,
Is that what the
if you-
boss said?
If you work hard enough, yeah, we can get you a promotion. Now,
Honey nut grade.
Yeah, well, here's what happened. He worked really, really hard for a handful of years, started to build his family up, started to build his portfolio up, and eventually his boss brought him into the office and said, you can be a Honey Nut Cheerio. He said, great, fantastic. What's the next step? Frosted Honey Nut Cheerio. Beautiful. Okay. So he worked for another handful of years, working his ass off as a Cheerio, doing his best to be an exemplary employee. And after another couple of years, as his kids were starting to grow up, he
Cheerio kids.
he walked into his boss's office and his boss said, great news, Frosted Honey Nut Cheerio. Fantastic. He kept working. Took a lot longer, 10, 15 years. Kids are all grown up. Kids have left the house. And he ended up walking into his boss's office and his boss said, great news. Good news, bad news. I'm about to quit. I'm about to retire. But the good news is you finally get to be a honey-covered, frosted Honey Nut Cheerio. The epitome of the Cheerio. This is great. Fantastic. Celebration. There's a party going on tonight. Come along. We'll introduce you to everyone. You can meet the crew. All that sort of stuff. So he goes home, tells his wife, rings his kids. Kids are not quite into it, but his wife supports him. He goes to this party. As he goes to this party, this enormous function room, all the different sort of Cheerios, these wonderful honey-coated frosted Cheerios, along with some Fruit Loops and bits and pieces, other ring cereals. As he's looking around, his boss kind of puts his arm around him. You can see that there is a banquet table. There appears to be like wine, a scotch table, a table with a big fruit bowl full of punch of some sort. He goes around, he speaks to all the individual people. He meets the Chad, the Giga Chad of all honey-covered frosted Cheerios. And he says, do you want to get a drink? And he goes, yeah, I'll get a drink. He looks at the wine, and there seems to be like a big line of people waiting for wine. He goes, don't want to wait for that. He goes to the table with the whiskeys, the spirits, the scotch. Big ass line. And he thinks, no, I don't think I want that. He looks at the third table, and there's no punchline.
There it is.
That's the Cheerio joke.
I was afraid I wouldn't get it, but I get it.
I was too, in all honesty, Michael. You were focusing. You were concentrating.
I'm trying to put all these puzzles.
Pick up all the details.
Not into wine, all right.
Well, there you go. That's a Cheerio joke. Tell that to your friends. Why don't we play D&D with friends?
Leader of the Mind Flip.
In our last session, you guys dipped
Doesn't hit the
underwater
same.
Doesn't hit the same.
after speaking. Okay. What accent do you want?
Danielle said it too. It's not just me.
Yeah.
What
I
accent
want
do
a
you want?
Bulgarian.
In our last session. I don't even know if that's Bulgarian. Someone who's Bulgarian, let me know. That one person that listens in Bulgaria, let me know. Give me an accent. In our last session,
Bulgarian person.
Hi, Bulgarian person. I don't know why I looked at your camera. As if the Bulgarian person was there. In our last session,
right.
you met Deep Seer Olengarth, the priest for Tim Tam Tom.
Wait, did you just say deep seer oligarch?
Yes.
I did not get that last time.
I think we spoke about it.
Do we?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Wait, what did I miss?
Deep seer?
Oh,
Yeah, I did not.
yeah, I
He
didn't
sees
click
the
into that.
deep in the deep sea.
You guys got it. See, you all looked at the camera that time as well.
You find that
Look at
one.
where you're pointing.
Okay,
chaos.
sorry.
I looked at Michael and I was like, no, we didn't.
No, you guys are mine.
Deep Zero, Olengarth, you ended up turning into a whale and swimming out through towards the deeper lake there in Fiona. As you were swimming, Agenar flew off the back of you by accident and was pursued in pitch darkness by these strange hybrid fish humanoids and a big fuck-off shark. You guys battled with all these things. You, Etterath, dropped Serana and quickly swooped to pick Serana up. You, Force, dropped Tim Tam Tom and quickly swooped down to pick up Tim Tam Tom. And as you guys with your bubble heads on managed to fend off these creatures, still perhaps in the howling ring, your heart's beating a little faster. The glimmer and glow of light blue lights further deeper and beyond. We come back to this moment, having slain the humanoid creatures, but being aware that something enormous, not the shark that you told to swim off, but an enormous shark-like creature seems to be circling. And I hand it back to you guys to see what you would like to do in this moment.
How far does it look to be the...
Make a perception check.
All right.
Or a survival check.
Probably perception. I'll do survival.
You're right there.
19.
19. As you kind of focus out, it is doing lazy circles no more than like 50 feet from you. And you know a creature that big could just...
Turn on a dime.
Yeah. And it's just doing lazy circles as those bodies that you killed start to drift towards the bottom there. Every now and then, the glimmering blue light in the distance is kind of blacked out by this creature doing laps. What are y'all doing?
Any thoughts, anyone?
Wait, just keep swimming.
Just keep swimming.
Yep. Let's go.
Excellent.
Someone's gonna need to hold my head. I can't see.
Oh, right. I'll find you.
I think you casted
Agenar.
you did
We
cast
did
light
cast
on
light.
Tim Tam Tom.
I did, yeah.
Oh. Never mind.
Sorry, is this bit right?
eyes are
Open your
closed.
eyes.
I was swimming with my eyes closed. It's a natural habit. Sorry.
You guys swim on. Excellent. Are you swimming stealthily, or are you just trying
Yes.
to dash?
We might need to turn the light off if we're going stealthily.
Oh, right. I'll turn it off. And I...
Dropped into darkness. As you drop into darkness, force you cannot see.
Oh, well, here we go again.
Go ahead and make
It's okay, I'll grab your hand.
go ahead and make stealth rolls for me against Tommy Wiseau's Big Shark. And if anyone wants to go see that, if you're in Vancouver and you want to go see Big Shark, I would be down.
Does that include Big Shark?
Big Shark is Tommy Wiseau.
I'm sure
film.
that
Yeah.
image on the camera was great because you're like, I'd be down.
I'd be down to watch any movie you want. Yeah, you're right. I keep forgetting those cameras sometimes. I was rolling dice.
Go.
19.
19, beautiful.
12.
Oh, wait,
Okay.
do you have your aura thing?
Not a save.
I
it's
do.
saving throw.
Not a saving throw. I won't.
Wait, it's a saving throw?
It's
or
not a
is-
saving throw.
No.
It's just for ability. Yeah, it's an ability check. So aura
Yeah.
doesn't work.
Okay. Cool, that's an 8.
Your aura.
Oh, I need
Should've-
someone to grab my. I can't see shit. Where are we going?
I just
Are
grabbed
we
your
going
hand.
down?
It's here.
All right.
Do you not feel it? Are you
All
feeling
right,
okay?
you don't roll stealth. I remember that now.
Okay.
You know what? I'll just pop into my shell. You pulled me.
Okay. So with a 12, an 8, and a refusal,
Got a 19.
you guys start to swim on group stealth check. Unfortunately, with a 19, you're very quiet. And as you guys swim on half speed trying to stealth, there is a... As it swims overhead, you feel the current move, kind of, you drift a little bit in its current, and then dips down,
Be quiet.
comes back up in front of you, kind of coming up in front of you there. What are you doing?
Doesn't look like it's...
Bum, 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 bum.
Out of all the movie scores you could have done, you didn't do Jaws?
That
That was just.
Oh, I was thinking of the Lord of the Rings one. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
What was I doing?
Oh, it sounded very. Yeah.
Well,
I was doing the second half.
Yeah.
It goes
The part that no one ever sings.
Yeah, that's why I suck it.
Well, if it's coming straight for us, I am going to...
50, 40, 30, 12.
I'm going to... I'm going to use...
Yeah.
I'm going to cast... I'm going to cast polymorph. I'm going to polymorph the
shock.
shock coming at me, but I'm gonna use some sorcery points to not heighten it, but do the one where he has to do disadvantage. Where he's
Persistence spell?
disadvantage on it.
No, empowered spell?
Empowered is the
Empowered
one.
spell.
Yes.
Beautiful. Excellent. So disadvantage.
Disadvantage and
Excellent.
It's
Do you want to move those minis out of the way? Because now we've got a camera. I can throw this on the board.
Wisdom 17.
Wisdom 17. He
Disadvantage.
has a +0 to this, so he needs to roll
They
a
might
17 on the
get-
lower dice here. It'll probably fall off. Yep.
We got a natural one.
And a 9.
Excellent. As he swims towards you, you see his mouth open wide, and as his mouth opens wide, you swear you see a glint of like orangey golden light
Keeping that.
inside his maw, and then and this little guppy swims right up to you and just kind of goes,
Please tell me you made it, Nemo.
Amazing.
keeps bumping into your head, and it's a little gummy mouth like
Just trying to,
claps
like,
onto your
Oh,
nose.
and I'll kind of like twirl the water. So like,
Polymorph's an hour.
Cast light on it.
yes, polymorph is an hour.
No, we don't want that thing to take damage.
Oh yeah, because then it
Then it just explodes back into.
Wow, that worked. Wow,
Oh, that did work.
yes. I turned into a small
The
little
shock's
guppy.
gone now, Force.
Oh, that's good.
You can put your arms and legs out so you can swim properly.
How do you do a pop in the water?
There we go.
The last one always gets stuck. Leave me alone. It's getting old.
Excellent. This guppy kind of swims around your head, Azorith, nipping at you. You brush it away. you lose sight of it. It does kind of trail and start to follow you all, but you are in the clear in this deep darkness of the ocean. I hand it back to you guys post-battle to see what you wish to do.
I don't know if you want to call Caleb right now, but I want to talk to Tim Tam Tom.
Boy, bruv. What's up?
Yeah, what? Are you actually doing this?
Hey, so we're mid-recording. You're on camera, technically. Just sending this voice message to see if you want to jump on speakerphone for a couple of minutes because Force wants to speak to Tim Tam Tom. Cheers. All right, we'll see what happens there.
See if he's awake.
Excellent. And we keep swimming, I guess,
You keep
towards
swimming.
the light.
Yeah. You know that these air bubble things are going to last around 24 hours, apparently. And as you swim on, it is just weird, an endless void. There is the occasional shoal of fish that you kind of notice off to the side or just above you, but for the most part, it seems quite calm and serene. And after not too much time at all swimming steadily, since you're not going up and down ravines and through cracks and things like that, this void of darkness, this hammering in your chest seems to let up, and you gather you're past the worst of it. I hope that got caught on microphone.
What was it?
What was that? What was that underwater?
There's a lot of creatures down here.
Sorry, bruv, that was me.
Okay.
It's good to be swimming around again.
Yeah, so apparently a big deal.
I mean, yeah, I've been around.
Okay. So how did the people that worship you right now?
Can we hear Tim Tam Tosh?
Tim Tam Tom?
Tim Tam Tom?
Don't think you can. No, I think like Serana is just talking to Force.
You okay?
Oh, this would be in my head.
Oh, you're talking
but
in your
I
head
can't
as well.
think this on a podcast.
Okay.
No, we can. Caleb, can
No, I
you
wasn't
put
sure if you were doing
can you
what-
put
I was
subtitles?
doing it
Can you
early
put
on.
subtitles for the
Out
following
loud.
conversation? Here we go.
Sorry for any audio listeners.
Get on visuals.
Great. So where we going?
He's not replying. Yeah, what do you want to know from Tim Tam Tom?
What's his deal? What? So how did you come to be under this lake?
Like, I think one of, I don't know if I told you or if Serana told the other lad, we were mages in 12 Point. we were trying to do a big old spell, and we all got turned into weapons. And, shit happens. We've been around for centuries. I think at some point someone like you would have picked me up and maybe got sick of me talking and just thrown me in the river.
Yeah.
Sounds about right. But then those little fish people started reaching out to me telepathically, and I thought, fuck it, I'll be their god.
Nice. What? How did you convince them to, worship you?
I don't know if you met them, but they're very susceptible to that sort of stuff, right?
Yeah.
You tell them what they want to hear for a certain amount of time, and you tell them that you can give them what they want. I don't know why I'm doing like Bill Nye, kind of like, you've been making us all look bad. And then that little, fuck, I love Bill Nye. You give them what they want, you tell them what they want to hear, and then you slowly start to slip your own kind of ideals and things in there.
Yeah, it seems bad, right? For the basic principle.
And if you show you've got plenty of power, the other side of that is if you show you've got plenty of power, then they'll want to worship you anyway. So it can go either way. If you're incredibly powerful, you don't have to be benevolent, right? You can just be like, hey, if you want to worship me, you fucks. But I was stuck until I found you. I was stuck until you found me. And I had to go off, mystique and stuff like that.
Did you want to be left underwater, to be left to rule your fish kingdom?
Under the sea?
Yeah.
Down where it's cool here, I can still rule here, under the sea?
Sure, I mean, you might flounder a bit to start, but...
I mean...
Keep it going.
I'm more than...
Or do you want to go topside and see a bit more of the aerial kind of thing?
I gotta give you that one.
Very good, yeah. Eric. There we go. I couldn't figure out how to get his name in there.
Okay.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
Prince Eric.
There you go. Kept it going.
King Poseidon.
King Poseidon. Ursula.
Actually, I think in that movie he's
Fork.
Neptune.
Oh, he is
Yeah,
Neptune.
I think he's Neptune in that movie.
Went Greek, not Roman.
Yeah.
Right. Or is it Roman, not Greek?
Poseidon is Greek. Neptune is Roman.
There you go. Went Roman, not Greek.
Oh, that's my favorite variation of roses are red, violets are blue. Poseidon is Greek.
Neptune is Roman.
All right.
Nerd.
What was the question?
Did you want to stay under the sea?
Right. Look, being a trident, I feel like the water's my home, but I'm not actually from the water. So
Yeah, you know what's weird is you're hard to use underwater. You would have thought you'd be easy, but
it all depends on who you are. Like if you've trained underwater, if you're an underwater fighter, then yeah, you can use me. But I think I'm designed to be used above water as well.
all right. Well,
I mean,
I'll let you know when I'm gonna leave, and if you want to stay under, I can deliver you to the fish people.
I think, and I'll be corrected if I'm wrong, but I think I want to be reunited with my brothers and sisters so we can undo what happened.
Okay. What's your name?
Tim Tam Tom.
What's your non-weapon name?
Timothy.
Great. Good to know. There can't be that many Timothys. And can I get the rest of your mages? Just see, maybe we might have one or two in our pie.
Caleb, can you do a screen scroll like the track list for a infomercial? Can you have the names of all the weapons tracked down over this
And send
just
it to me,
speed it up?
please, as well.
Oh my god, how many are there?
So that's my 12 brothers and sisters. I think there were 12. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Might only be 11. No, there's to be that. We know that bag doesn't destroy things. It just puts them somewhere else. This is.
You guys have been swimming in silence for 10 minutes, and Force just looks at you and says that.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Well,
You okay?
Yes, I don't know if it destroys it, but it's wherever the devil and the. Actually, that's actually concerning now.
Yeah, nothing's actually dead. They're just transported. Good to
Yeah,
know.
somewhere else, somewhere far away, but
Glad we all clued in.
I know. I knew the second we put him in there, I went, oh, that's a problem for a later day.
yeah.
Thank you. Okay. Well, feel free to talk to me
Sure.
at any point if you want.
Right, I'm not a chatty type. I normally just reply to other people. Being a sentient weapon, it's you kind of, unless you're wielded, you don't really have much to say or much to talk to. And I've been silent for, I don't know, decades now.
Yeah.
So I don't really have much to say.
What were you trying to do when you became weapons?
I believe we were trying to, again, correct me if I'm wrong, but we were trying to cast a very important magic spell in one of the towers at 12 Point.
Yeah. To do what?
I'm not going to share that information with you because you might just drop me here in the ocean and, not help me reunite with my family. But I'll tell you what, if you reunite me with my family and if we can undo this, I'll try and impart that wisdom on you. But I'll tell you this, it's out of this world, man.
How about
All right?
little tit for
We're
tat
doing an
kind of
odds
thing?
are?
Yeah. I'll give you some information. I'll give you something if you give me something.
All right, quid pro quo.
Yeah. Give me the first letter of the spell you're trying to do, and I'll give you the first letter of a name of someone we might have in our party.
I think I already know you've got Serrano, right? I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure he already knows.
Yeah. I mean, you've had me out at the same time that, Scary Wolfman's had Serrano out.
And you guys can talk without us knowing.
I think we can converse telepathically when we're close, yeah.
Good to know.
Mm.
Cool. All right. Always here if you need something.
Oh, messages from Caleb.
Oh.
Alright, bro.
All right, bruv. What's the name of your brothers and sisters, and what spell were you trying to cast?
I won't lie, bro. I can't hear words just said.
He said, what's the name of your brothers and sisters? I said we're going to scroll it on the screen. But more importantly, he wanted to know what spell you guys were trying to cast before you're all turned into weapons.
Alright, bro. Look. The thing is, I was just a little cleaner in the tower. I was, I washed the windows, the floors. So I wasn't trying to do a spell. I was just doing my job. And I walked up the top of the tower, like I do, to go clean the windows. And I walk in, and Serrana is there. Tim Tam Tom, the whole lot. And
And the
then
rest.
there's a big flash of light. They're saying all weird words, and next thing I know, we're all just fucking lying on the floor as weapons. I just walked in and asked me, am I having a stroke?
Did you ever have an affinity to the trident?
In bed in the dark, and I just walked in and asked me, am I having a stroke?
All right, thanks, Caleb. We'll see you later. Bye.
We'll do more lore next time.
That's lore time with Caleb.
Directly contradicts.
So I was just joshing you before. I was more of you could say, a Pip-like figure in that tower, as it turns out. So, I don't fucking know, man. I was trying to talk a big game. I
tell
was
you,
trying to talk a big game.
Being
I wish I was a
underwater for hundreds
sorcerer.
of years, it's probably like a little bit like cuckoo. You haven't talked to a lot of people in a while.
It's true. It's
Yeah.
true. But hey, if you want more info, maybe talk to Serrana.
Sure. Have you spoken to the great big moray eel in the sky?
The great big moray eel.
Yeah. And were you like, that's a moray?
When the jaws open wide and there's more jaws inside, that's a moray?
Yeah.
You mean the big eel down here?
Yeah.
I tried reaching out, but that thing gives me the willies, Creepy fucking thing.
Turn your prongs and make some shiver.
Yeah. I steered clear of that stuff. I was worried it was going to come after me if it knew I was, cutting its lunch, so to speak.
Right. Good to know. Etterath. Every time I have to think about that.
Yep, what's up?
If one of us holding Serrana, the other one shouldn't be holding Tim Tam Tom. They can talk to each other.
I don't really care.
All right.
Do you think that they're conniving against us or something?
I'm just sort of gonna take Serana off my belt and just sort of float her beside me for a second. Go. I don't know how dangerous she actually is without me sort of.
Well, apparently, so this is for everybody. There were 12 mages in the tower 12 point, which is part of you.
Yeah.
They were either a cleaning boy or they were a powerful mage. Not quite sure. They don't know. They're a little confused. Split personality kind of thing.
Yeah.
And they're apparently part of a spell to do something out of this world.
Yep.
They say where they were at in 12 Point? What towers?
Top of the tower. Trying to clean the windows.
No, which tower?
No. I didn't know. Excuse me, Tim Tam Tom. I said I know as well.
So I'm trying to see if he'll come back on to Serana.
I
Yeah, bruv, what is it?
What tower were you in?
I think I was in the 12th tower.
The 12th tower. Is that good or bad? Is higher better or
give me
lower
a
better?
one.
Do they generally do
12th tower, the one that exploded.
more destructive magic or
Well, if they were in the if they were in the 12th tower, they really are old, because the 12th tower was it was originated before the conception of 12 Point even existed.
So the 12th tower was the first tower, is that
It's like
what
the
you're saying?
OG tower.
Right.
Yes.
It's an interesting numbering system.
Yeah, they sort of built down, I guess. But not really as much is known from the 12th tower. Not, it's very much a mystery. They really keep to themselves, and I don't really have much experience within that tower. But some powerful people work there.
Right.
Have worked there.
So does it still exist or no?
It still exists, yes.
Yeah, so you know that all the other towers are for different schools of magic, and the 12th tower is probably the most secretive, the oldest, the most powerful of the 12 towers, and you and nor anyone else really knows what school of magic or what goes on there.
Rumor is anyone who goes into that tower, their powers are amplified.
Oh,
Allegedly.
right. So possibly some dangerous business.
Possibly, but also
I mean, that other one didn't seem very well-intentioned.
Bing Bang Bosch?
Right.
Right. But if they want to return to the tower, it'll be quite the feat to accomplish.
Right.
Would I know if the 12th tower is...
Yeah.
Does it sort of... Is it influenced at all by, like, the government system, Queen Banrian, any organizations, or is it sort of stand on its own?
Go ahead and roll a history check for me. History.
It's a 4.
A 4. You wouldn't have any knowledge of how it connects into the world, Severe in particular. The fact that it was set up before the other towers, the fact that it was probably set up before Queen Banrian took power, would lead you to believe that this might be a sought out area, like an arcane hub that people have gravitated towards, that the humans have driven people out from. But then again, it could be that tower is just there and people have built around it without knowing exactly what it could do or what it's for.
As far as the tower's place in Severe, sort of really out of the hands of any of the monarchy. So if Queen Bannerine probably has least sort of information or contacts within that tower. So yes, it's very powerful, but it's also, I think, one of the more hidden ones from, the powers that be in Safirith.
Right.
As you swim on the next hour or so, that light starts to get closer, like the Jedi approaching Naboo, or the underwater city in Naboo. You see what look to be blue, crystalline kelp, almost made from gems. You can see there are coral formations that stretch and build and curl across the bottom as you get closer and closer. As you reach the top of these, you look down and you realize that they extend down hundreds and hundreds of feet. You've reached the top of an enormous crystal kelp forest. There is a calming kind of blue glow that comes out from them, and the little pieces of silt or dirt seem to dance around as they're lit up by these blues.
Ooh.
As you get closer, you start to hear this gentle humming, this gentle melody that just kind of rides as you brush past these crystal kind of kelp tendrils as you swim through. Yeah.
The melody sound like language at all?
You can go ahead and make a perception check.
Do 15.
15. With a 15, you don't discern any. You don't discern any language of sorts, but there is a definite, as you listen, there is a definite melody and complication to it that doesn't seem to repeat. There are certain whale songs that can go on for like 40 minutes without repeating a motif or anything, and this is what you're getting from these coral kind of reefs. As you swim through, with your passive perception at least, you would notice that there are schools of beautiful, beautiful, vibrant colored fish way lower down. And you can see coming up above the coral, the kelp, what look to be strange, odd, like yellow and blue colored dolphins that kind of and swim back in, like you've reached an underwater forest of sorts as you're kind of swimming. As you float above it, the glow, pure darkness above you, you would realize that your polymorph is dropped and there's a giant shark somewhere out there. But here in this glowing light, it seems to extend out for miles.
This is a bit more peaceful.
Yes, this is better. This is a little more comfortable with cover, but are we close to where the eel is?
I don't know. But I don't think we're in the Howling Ring anymore.
I mean, it might live somewhat down in the forest, so to speak.
I suppose.
Is it worth asking one of the locals if they've heard of the eel around here?
Oh, like the dolphin. I mean,
Yes,
force. You speak the underwater language.
Sure, I can ask. Hello? Anyone there? Narquin.
Say hello. Anyone there? Fish scatter.
In Celestial.
Mm-hmm.
Hola! Anyone there?
Hola, ¿cómo está?
Translate Spanish to Celestial. Go.
Celestial is Spanish now.
Oh, no.
Cannon. You hear in your head, all of you, through this beautiful kind of coral kind of forest. I am below.
Oh,
You are the lone?
Below?
below.
Can we come down?
I am below.
Below what?
Below us? I guess below us.
They are the below. They are everything underneath.
Oh, maybe it's a riddle. Hang on. He is the below. We are the above.
I am the eternal you.
I am a squishy turtle.
Hello, I'm Agenar.
Come find me below. Kara.
Oh. Well, I suppose that's an invitation.
I mean, when a spooky voice says to do something, you do it, right?
Well, I mean, we came all this way to talk to the eel, and the eel seems to be talking to us. Inside check to see whether that
Go ahead and make an insight check.
is the
Toss me
eel.
some of those dice, please.
Can I also do a time check to know how long we've been underwater for?
Yeah, absolutely. Make a survival check for me, Force.
At least an hour.
At least 2 hours.
Oh, that was
Insight. Oh
almost-
wow, my insight's high. I forgot.
almost a 16. It would kind of
15.
be a
You're wise as fuck.
15. Impossible to tell.
I mean, it's
survival?
hard to tell from up here, so we might as well go
Should
down.
go below.
12.
Right.
12. By your count, at least 4 hours, possibly more.
Okay. At least not 12.
Correct.
24.
Yeah, but 12 down, 12 back.
Oh.
Gotta think about that return journey.
Someone's.
Good point.
Yeah, we got some actual divers here. You hopping in the water, being like, still got 10 minutes of air left. I'll keep going.
Well, I mean, we could always just go up.
We need time for the safety.
You gotta
safety check
decompress.
too. Yeah. You're gonna hover.
That's the horror stories I watch of people that have like lost their friend and then they have to sit at a certain depth for like 2 hours and just be like, I can't do fucking shit.
Yep.
Fuck that.
Yep.
Fuck that. You're crazy. You're crazy.
So
You're crazy.
I would never do a cave dive.
Cave diving's another level.
Never do a cave.
It's also like spelunking. Fuck that.
Well, I did that.
No.
In like the kind of
Yeah,
like
you gotta
the-
go like that.
Oh, I don't
No.
know.
No.
Yeah, no.
Nah.
Nah. You're an idiot. There's just nothing good that could come from that.
Try to nutty putty myself.
And then what happens if like your hands are here and then there's like a giant like the centipede, millipedes, and spiders that crawl over your face?
You just
Like,
gotta be calm. You can't. Yeah. You just gotta let them like they won't.
but then you're gonna add weight and then you can't get through the gaps.
So you don't eat them.
So you chew and spit.
Yeah. I don't swallow.
Okay. Swim down.
You
Start to
head
swim
down. You head down between.
We're
beneath
going down.
to where the coral is. Yeah, as Steve Tyler once sung, "Going down." It's an Aerosmith
different
reference.
song
Never
in
mind.
my
My
head.
brain was going, we're going down, 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 down.
That
Okay,
works.
different
Yeah.
song again.
As you swim down beneath this crystalline coral, it looks like it would be sharp to the touch, and it is unavoidable. And as you
Is it sharp to the touch?
It looks like
it looks like it is, but is it?
touch it,
Oh,
a couple things happen. You touch it. First of all, it feels like a succulent plant, that bulbous kind of
a spiky one or just like a
like a spiky one. So there's a little bit of sharpness to it, but
no.
it is not a crystal, a solid crystal. It has give to it. As you touch the coral, you're
What?
surrounded by coral and floating once more.
What? What was that? What do
You
you?
look up.
What did you
You
see?
look up, and there is just coral for miles.
What was the baba?
Did we feel? Did it feel like we were
As you
transported
shift and move,
somewhere?
you open your eyes and you're further down in coral.
Oh, either it's growing around us or it's dragging us down.
What?
So like
what's-
we feel like we just got pulled through.
You're upside down now.
Oh,
You're wrapped a little bit in coral, but it's not like strangling you. There is a cavern
oh.
beneath you. You're back in coral. You're above the coral.
Well, that didn't work.
I'm gonna puke.
Oh, that felt like that storm.
Oh, let's try this again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna dive in.
Nice.
I'm gonna bring out Serrano with me as well.
Okay.
Oh
Let's do this, Etterath. You swim
pretty on point.
down through the singing reefs. As you swim down through the swimming reefs, you guys watch from above as Etterath swims. You just watch as He like stretches and spaghettifies for a moment and then disappears.
Oh shit!
Where
Oh,
did he go?
that gets rid of one problem. Should we go back up now?
That was the plot all along. Get rid of him.
Etterath. Everything goes black, everything goes white, everything goes blue. You're tangled in coral. Everything goes black, white. Again, you see a beautiful, beautiful underground cavern that seems to be crusted with gemstones, bioluminescent plants. You push through. As you push through, you can see these coral, these kelp seem to come from huge, thick bases that build up about 50 or so feet from the solid, kind of glittering ocean floor.
Yeah.
And you see they split into hundreds and hundreds and thousands of these coral, these kelp tendrils that lead up, and you're below it all now.
You have made it, Etterath. I am pleased to meet you. I am the eternal eel.
Do I see the eel anywhere?
You don't. You just see a beautiful, glittering cavern, like a grotto. Open.
Well, it's either we go up or down.
I don't know. I don't know what. I mean, the eel said to go down. Maybe we have to ask permission from the.
Figured it out!
Do we hear
You
that?
hear nothing.
We asked permission from the kelp. I'll try in Celestial. Hello, excuse me. We have an invitation from the eel below. So if you could just let us pass through, that would be very appreciated.
Speaking celestial to the kelp.
Yes.
You hear back.
Absolutely.
I am below. Come find me.
We're trying. We're just we got a bit lost in the kelp.
The kelp is a defense. You will not be harmed.
Oh,
I think that's good enough for me.
inside check.
Go ahead and make an insight check.
9 plus 7 is 16. Okay.
No way to tell.
2 seconds. I'm gonna pull out Tim Tam Tom.
All right, bruv.
Is this the voice that you heard when you talked to the eel last time?
What voice?
So you want us to go below the coral? I'll say in Celestial.
Do you want to go beneath the coral?
That
you
voice.
Came here seeking me.
That voice.
Yeah, that's the one.
All right, sweet. We can go down. All right.
Okay. I'm gonna try again.
Okay.
It gets spaghettified.
Now Luke is
Yeah.
struggling
Uh-huh.
because I know this is the voice that Jake said this is not the voice Jake said he was going to do for the eel. But
What
Mike-
do you think the voice I was going to do with the eel was?
You said you're going to do the Tim Curry.
I was never going to do that.
Oh, he was gonna do
Never
that.
going to do Tim Curry for the eel. No. No, there are characters that I thought you were going to run into on the surface that I was like, cool, I've got that voice, and then you came down here. So I know I'm not going to do the Tim Curry. Just because we were doing an audition and I was doing a Tim Curry doesn't mean that. Maybe I will. We'll see.
I'll
We'll
swim
see.
down.
You swim down? Excellent.
Well, swim down.
That weird flash of light and discombobulation. You're tumbling through reeds. You're tumbling through reeds even further.
Take me to the eel, please.
You look and you see this glittering grotto as you're still tangled in kelp. You see Etterath there below,
Oh,
Something, mate.
no, found another problem.
No.
and you're back on top.
What happened?
I found him.
Oh, well,
Etterath, he's still alive.
right. Where is he?
I think when we get to the other side, you got to get out the kelp real quick.
Oh, right. Oh, okay. All right. Well, let's go. I'm just gonna try.
You all head down.
Swim.
The discombobulation of this weird, trippy, crystal blue kelp that pops you in and out of reality and existence, perhaps time, and you
This is uncomfortable.
land right at the base where these huge 50-foot tree trunks of blue are, and you see Etterath there, and you quickly swim out, and as you swim out, there is blue glow above you that just extends for ages. To the left and right of you, same thing, and in front of you, this hump in the ground that seems to be littered with beautiful crusted gemstones and bioluminescent plants that are just like pulsing gently.
Oh, it's quite beautiful.
I'm gonna be honest, it took a lot of willpower not to stop picking.
I am within.
Oh, well, I mean, we've come this far.
I thought you were giant.
I am within.
Within all of us?
I am within.
Jesus is within all our hearts.
Blip, 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 blip.
You swim into the cave.
What are you without?
Your company.
All right.
I was already a little bit ahead, but yeah.
Yeah, you didn't wait for them. You were gonna go in.
I mean, a little, not fully cross the threshold, but just
Yeah.
wait a couple minutes for them to make up their minds. This is doing laps.
Beautiful. You swim on into this cavern. It is encrusted with gemstones. No wildlife that you can see, but the plants seem to be alive, seem to move, seem to reach out a little bit as you kind of swim past, as if they try to touch you. As you paddle on through, there is that, and
I don't like that.
you see a boat on a glittering sea of blue. You breathe fresh air, calm waters reflecting a serene sky. The edges of your vision blurred. The only sounds are the gentle creaking of wood as this vessel kind of rides the rhythmic, soft waves as you kind of push in. As you push closer into the boat, past the crew down below the deck, you see a dim light. You find a man, pale and frail, and as if every breath and blink is immense effort. Huge bags under his eyes. He exhales deeply, and as he does, his skin begins to glow and light starts to pour from him. As light starts to pour from him, cracks form across his body. Brilliant white light within him bursts, and his frail form struggles to contain this enormous glow of power. He closes his eyes, and for a minute, everything stops and slows. And with a sudden, a cataclysmic force erupts from him in all directions. The explosion tears out, and as the vessel is obliterated, reduced to ruins, you see that the light fades, and you are pulled into swimming through the cave. You look back, you can't see the entrance. It is just crystal.
Etterath, that seemed familiar.
Yeah, that does. Sounds like what Cordina was talking about, and the books or the ledger.
Samson?
Yeah.
Oh,
So would this gemstone be Samsonite?
that was...
You take a breath. You're pulled away once more.
Everyone stop breathing.
You're back on the ocean. This time, it is darker. You see a fleet, and behind them, Bocht. In these darkening waters, your focus narrows. You can see the familiar port town of Kuin, where your journey began. A tattered signpost vaguely asking for help stands at the forefront, but more ominous are the stakes driven into the ground nearby, each one adorned with the severed heads of fallen balemen. There are crude prisons on the outskirts of town. In one of those cells, you see a Goliath. He's on his knees. He has a scar across his cheek. You see Severian soldiers stride forward, dragging a sobbing young boy. With a shove, the soldier throws the boy into the cell with Bucky. The boy whispers, "Call Blimey." Before
It's supposed to be funny, but it's...
collapsing dead in the bailman's arms.
Pip.
the boy...
Your vision shifts across the roads
Visions.
of Bocht, and you soon arrive in the heart of Bale. In the town center, you see Pierre Roop, stripped, naked, bound at a stake, body covered in scars and gashes, the new ones, cuts oozing with purple blood, drips into buckets around him. He looks straight into your eyes, and he goes, "Pierre Roop, The flash, you're pulled back to this cave.
Did we all
Oh.
see that?
I think we might have.
Was that Bocht?
Sure fucking looked like it.
Be weird if it wasn't.
A final flash. We see a Severian flagship moving back away from Bocht. We see an auburn hair, auburn hide woman, Queen Bamrian, on the ship, leaving Bocht, heading back to Severe. You can see, as you dip below the deck, cages, you see what looks to be Mr. Siyarwin. You see what looks to be Ari. You see a figure behind them that's kind of blurred. Your vision pulls out, and as they dock, you see a gleaming city, its skyline dominated by towering spires that seem to pierce the heavens. The air is thick with magic power radiating from the towers, so palpable you can almost feel it from where you are. You recognize these towers. The towers encircle the city, forming a perfect ring, save for one, a sleek onyx black tower that rises ominously at the city center. Your vision lurches, and it pulls you into the heart of a dark tower, spiraling upwards until you reach the highest level. There at the center, in a circle of glowing runes, you see this woman with fair skin, auburn hair, golden crown on her head. Queen Bamrian once more. You see her face etched with cracks with shimmering light peeking through, similar to the man on the boat. Her hair seems to be lifting from her head and the light seems to be breaking free. But despite the strain, she smiles, a cruel, menacing expression that chills you to her core. She whispers a single word, and you can't hear it. In an instant, the light begins to mend her cracked skin, sealing the fissures with smoothness. A glow concentrates behind her eyes, turning them into these blinding beacons of power. Without the physical eyes, you still feel the urge or the instinct that she is looking at you each. She laughs. Calm, steady laugh, and leaps to her feet as the floor cracks under her movement. She begins to levitate, her presence overwhelming. She snaps her head towards your visage. It's as if she's peering directly at you. She says, "It's been a long time." And she moves towards you, and you come back to this cave.
Azorith is like visibly like shaken up, like he's kind of just like wide-eyed and just standing still or floating still.
Is that what will happen, or what has already happened?
Right. Do you think that's a prophecy, or like if? Because there were different. The boat that was in the past, but then
Bocht stuff could have already happened.
Right.
Could be happening.
Right.
Didn't you talk to Bucky yesterday?
Right.
Lot can change in a day, mate.
There's no way she could become that powerful that fast.
No.
It has to be a prophecy or something.
Right.
Well, past, present, future. Past, Samson. Present, Bocht. Future, her.
And Azorith will shout out, "Hello, Eel? Hello?"
I am just beyond. Find me.
Swimming.
Keep swimming.
I'm going to pick up the pace a little bit.
You pick up the pace. Excellent. You guys hurry. As you hurry, so I'm just checking time. As you hurry, you swim and you follow this winding corridor down, down, down. Your perception of where you're going and time begins to kind of alter. It's almost like Sonic running through a tube. Everything just starts to look the same as you move faster and faster and faster. A little bit like Willy Wonka almost going through the tunnel, or Space Odyssey, the Technicolor lights and stuff like that. After not too long, you would come to an open chamber, an open underwater cavern. And you look above and you can see that telltale shimmer and shine of surface. Of water surface. This cavern just seems to be littered with these blue crystals. It seems to come to an end a little ways away.
Oh, I guess we go up.
Swim up.
Yeah.
As you break through the surface, a cavern the size of 30 airplane hangars. Enormous. This lake seems to extend on further than what you perceive from underneath. And as you pop up, you can see that there is a thin shelf of stone that coils up and around into an enormous dome, the size of a small, almost the size of Stanley Park, I guess, that kind of enormous. And you would see just a beautiful, shiny, slightly scaled, opalescent body coiled all the way around dozens and dozens and dozens of times. And as you tread water here in the center, an impossibly large head, an eel, pops its head down and comes down through the center of this enormous cavern and just looks down at you all as you look up at it. Beautiful golden eyes, these sharp teeth, the whiskers hanging off it there. And it just tilts its head. Hello. No. And says,
You have come very far to seek me. I am honored. Not many people make it out here. I am the Eternal Ear. And you have come a long way.
God, how much like snakes ears are.
Very elegant.
Hello.
Hello, Agenar. Hello, Agenar.
Nice to meet you.
The honor is all mine. Truly.
Oh,
Yeah, lovely to meet you. Heard a lot about you. So
Force majeure.
that's me. Right now, anyway. Might change it.
You have gone by many names. Names that you have forgotten.
True.
More true than you know. Azorith throne. Whoa.
Oh, I didn't. All right.
wait, do we know his last name? Yeah, we
Rosewall.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's Mr. Or Eternal Eel. I don't know. Mr. is.
Mr. Eternal Eel was my father.
Ah.
You can just call me the Eternal Eel.
right. Thank you for allowing us to be here.
Etterath.
Sorry,
Wolf.
female.
You are spectacular.
What name do you go by now?
These days I've been going by Etterath.
Etterath it is. How can I be of service to beings such as yourselves? Beings to whom we owe so much.
Well, I was just going to bring that up, actually. We know you had some issue with the Phoenix. We're the ones that kind of went ooh with it.
And for that, I, the Eternal Eel, am eternally grateful. You have saved me a great pain in my cloaca.
I know that feeling. Sorry,
So do
Agenar,
I.
you were going to say?
Speaking of cloacas,
There's more cloacas than butthole in this chamber right now.
We're outnumbered.
I appreciate your gratitude, but I'm not quite sure what I mean, other than the phoenix, you said to which we owe a great gratitude, or we haven't quite done anything yet.
You've done more than you think, and your reach extends far further than you know.
Oh.
There are those friends of yours that are in need. There are brothers and sisters of yours that are seeking things that are within their grasp, but far too dangerous for them alone to have.
Oh.
The new gods.
Right.
The new gods.
Soon to be the new
Have
old
ruled
gods.
for too long and
See-
have been far too
This guy gets it.
dangerous.
Oh.
And what about the old gods?
The old gods will rise when it is their time. They need the encouragement. They need the bump. They need to see faith in them. And each of you can show that.
Oh, well, you know, I don't, I'm not trying to be, oh, well, you see, I sort of am quite,
She's fond of the new gods.
Yeah.
At least one.
You are beholden to the new gods.
well, yes, I mean, you know, Brigantia is I've dedicated my life.
And what
to her.
has she dedicated to you?
Well,
That's a good question.
He gets it.
well, you know, I'm able to heal others through her power, and you know, she's protected me, or the church has protected me growing up, and fed me and clothed me, and
Church did that, not Brigantia herself.
oh, right.
That would be Mother Zinza. She clothed you, she protected you.
Right. Well, no, I did have a sort of a little conversation once. You know, I was got a bit frazzled in the morning and didn't quite prepare my spell kit properly, and so I sort of I asked for some help in changing what I'd set myself up with, and she did come through with that, which was very appreciated.
I grace this world with my presence whenever something is awry. And something is awry.
Oh,
There is a balance that is in threat. Not because of the new gods, but their dissent.
oh,
Dissension
this.
is an inevitable outcome
Oh,
in order to keep the balance.
right. I mean, balance is important.
By any chance, well, was that a vision we saw of the future or the present?
Yes.
Do you know? Great. I expected answer. Was there a version of you on Bocht by the name of Pierrup?
Pierrup is one of the old gods.
Fucking knew it.
Well, yeah,
I am
see,
not.
Are you the mother of gods? Or the father of gods?
I am a patron of reality, of time and space. I am separate from those which you worship. I am a passenger here. If this world ends, I end.
oh,
And what if the new gods and the old gods, what if no more gods existed? Where would that leave us all?
you can ask your own questions first.
I cannot
You're quite good at that.
tell. There are those in your world now that seek unimaginable power. Power that would be dangerous were they not to have contemporaries. One is among you.
I was just thinking, potentially I'm not the only one trying to get to godhood.
Well, as far as that vision is concerned, my concern is that Queen Banrian is in the process of that.
Queen Banrian is not the only one.
And you see, for your benefit, who wasn't there, you see flashes. You see an enormous turtle-looking creature in a sea of darkness. You see a huge bird breathing radiance. You see a large, blue, bald-headed humanoid with droplets around him. You see a druidic figure with plants, trees, vines growing from them. That is unmistakably Pierrup. You see a figure with wild hair lifting off her shoulders, arcana weaving around her. You see a figure with shadows dripping from them, a beast on hind legs, hair cascading down, teeth bared, claws long. You see other flashes.
These creatures, these old gods seek ascension, but not all equally. If one ascends, balance is thrown. If all ascend, the new gods will fall, and the old gods will return.
Oh.
Just asking for a friend.
Is this a hypothetical question?
No, we're friends with Pierrup.
Really? I
Yeah.
knew that.
How would we get one to reascend or ascend?
There are ways. The obelisk tower in Safirith holds the final key. The fish in Ava enlighten those and show the way. You must keep your eyes open.
Oh. Oh.
Great.
It's the
Oh.
Looks like I'm gonna be tired for the next couple of days.
well, it's what Samson did, except he couldn't contain the power.
There is a final step that if you do not do, you...
The vision of Banrian,
Is
she's
there also a possibility of this is a strange question. Other than exploding, could you be transformed into a different kind of being or object?
This is not what happens.
Oh, okay. Right. You just mentioned the tower, and we sort of
There are mages who use the tower.
Right.
Who attempt their own deeds, their own powers. That is not the secret at the top of the tower. The secret at the top of the tower is what you need to utter.
Oh.
As Tortui did when he protected his lands.
Oh.
Banrian seeks this information on Bocht. There is one on Bocht who knows this information and is heading to Safirith.
Pierrup.
No?
Oh. Who's heading to Safirith? Oh. Ari.
Ari.
So that's now. They're...
It is now, it is then, it is soon.
Oh. So now here is a different now to now there. Is that sort of what you're saying? We're not in the
We
time.
are here and
Wait,
now.
I need a piece of paper and a pencil. I know how this works.
You have a piece of paper and it just goes soggy in your hands. The eel goes,
Yes. We are
Yes.
here and now. They are
They're
there
there.
and then.
Right.
We experienced there and then.
right, but
Right.
if you
And so if we go back there, can we go back before that then? Possibly. If we were to try and not have what we saw happen. I mean, it was rather upsetting.
I'm confused.
are we gonna figure out time travel?
roll a persuasion check for me.
Are we gonna time travel to right before we left Bocht?
No, we watch our original selves, see the sign,
10.
A 10.
and then we follow along.
While I have reality warping time bending abilities, I can only aid in fate so much before the ripples affect all.
So I guess that means you can't tell us the words that we need to utter at the top of the tower.
I do not know what each of your words are.
Oh, we all have different words.
Looks at you all and says,
What is the ultimate power one can have over another?
Oh,
The power a spouse has over another. The power a
oh,
parent has over a child.
love. No.
I mean, up until he said the spouse part, I was going to say life and death, but I didn't want to give Arden that fucking... so, love, let's say that.
What is a single word that can get you to do what you are told?
Please.
Manners maketh the man and the woman.
Your true name.
you're outside the cavern.
Is that it?
Oh,
What did you do? What did you say?
I just said I was answering the question.
I guess either
Your
that was a
true
very
name.
offensive answer or the right one.
Or I was right.
Right. Thank you. I hope we didn't offend you.
I hope you enjoy the show. We're going to put... apparently the one that we're going to put on.
Whatever what happens next.
Oh.
Hope it's interesting for the next millennia or so.
We don't destroy the world.
You'd think if he existed across all time and space at all times and space, he would know if we were going to destroy the world or not.
Spoilers.
Right.
You can't tell us. Even if you did know, he wouldn't.
Could have at least sent us back to the surface.
Right? How rude. And they call him all-powerful.
Well, you
Can I
know.
do a persuasion check?
On what?
See if I'll send us back to the surface.
You know how to get back to the surface. Or you know how to get back to the top of the reef.
Oh,
at
the
least.
whole if a man has to help himself to nonsense.
Right,
Let's go.
it's about the journey, not the destination.
Teach a man a
Yeah.
fishy eat a day. What's the
Yeah.
Give a
that'll
man a
probably-
fish, eats for a day.
No.
Teach a man to fish.
Eat
Oh,
fish,
not-
man.
Eat man.
Day.
that one.
Eat man, fish. Day.
No, it's fuck it, it's like
Yeah.
fish a man to eat.
Fish.
I guess we should start heading back before we this.
Yes, we're on
You know.
bit of a
Yeah,
time
we'll
crunch.
start swimming up, I guess. As we're doing so, I'll turn to Agenar. Oh, you fucking A's and E's. So, are we gonna lose you at this point, with the knowledge that we kind of have to unseat your mistress?
Well, I mean, he didn't say that exactly. He just
Didn't say that they were sticking around though.
There was a dissension that was mentioned for the new, a reascension for the old. They all kind of have to do it at the same time, or maybe we pick and choose the good ones.
I
But
mean,
it has to be balanced.
He says the right balanced. Right. I mean, well, my goal is to help Bocht, right? And you know,
And if
help you all because I've been charged with that too.
And if helping Bocht, helping us, helping the world causes you to descend Briganti down to the lower mortal realm,
Well, that's
are you going to be the final boss?
No, that's you. You're the final boss.
that's not my Intention? No. I
The road is paved with good intentions. The road to hell is paved with good intentions.
Just any road.
Everyone's
Any road. The guys are doing their best.
Good job. No one's building roads out there being like, fuck you, I hope you crash. That would be bad intentions.
Yeah. Intentional potholes.
Intentions. Okay.
It's a question you're going to have to at least mull the answer on.
Well, I have. I mean, I've spoken to Mother Zinsa, and I've been charged with your care, so to speak. Not your care, but the group, your care.
And used to?
Well, if Queen Banrian is on the ascension to godhood, I don't think that bodes well for anybody. New gods or old gods aside.
Banrian can't be one of the gods.
No.
I think she intends to be one.
What would her title be? The god of what?
As far as I'm concerned, she probably wants to be the god of everything.
The one and only god. She could be life and death. She could be conquest, war.
We have that right now. What's so bad about that? We have both of those.
You hate Oren,
Mm-hmm.
but it depends on who they were before they ascended. We know that Banrian's starting with a shit start. Probably just gotta amplify that as a shit god.
From my understanding, if Banrian is one of these prophesized gods that will be ascending to replace the new gods, then other gods have to ascend to keep her in balance. It doesn't sound like there's a way of getting rid of her. There's a way of coexisting with her.
But Force just starts laughing. So what I was about to ask you, if push comes to shove, and I'm the last option,
You versus over Queen Banrian.
yeah,
I mean,
Well, I mean,
from my objective perspective of my experience with Banrian, yeah, I'm in your court.
I'll take
Force.
it. I'll take that. It's a win for me.
I mean, it sounds like just having one god is not really an option. There's as he said, a balance situation,
Or there's none.
right?
Things to think about on this slow journey back.
As you consider the ramifications
Blub, 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 blub,
of one god or one person with godlike powers as opposed to 12 people with godlike powers, which is what you have now, as opposed to 3 people, 4 people, 5 people, Ari, Bucky, Pierre-Roop, Queen Banrian, all these visions that you've had. We're going to leave with this very, very serious saying. Buy a man eat fish he day. Teach fish man to a lifetime. Wow. We'll catch you next week.
Leader of the Mind Flayer.